From the heart of the jungle comes a savage cry of victory. This is Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. From the black core of dark Africa, land of enchantment, mystery, and violence, comes one of the most colorful figures of all times, transcribed from the immortal pen of Edgar Rice Burroughs. Tarzan, the bronzed white son of the jungle. And now, in the very words of Mr. Burroughs, the story of Black Gold of Africa.
It formed a strange picture, that curious admixture of modern and ancient in a corner of Saudi Arabia. Oil derricks of modern steel dotted the horizon as far as the eye could see. But huddled beneath the metal skeletons, there lay a city as old as the Orient. Curio dealers leaned against their carts. Beggars dozed in shadowed doorways. The city drowsed with the indolence of Asia. A few men in soiled white linen lounged on the piazza in front of the land office. Suddenly, its door flew open. A man darted out. Others followed, their guns blazing as they pursued the lone figure down the winding street.
Here, Governor.
Thanks. They almost got me. The swine.
There they go. I don't know about this place, Governor.
You saved my life. That is something one does not expect from a stranger.
You're no stranger to me, Governor. I've been waiting all day for you. But for a minute, I thought you might head the other way when they chased you. I knew they'd be chasing you.
Who are you? And just what do you know?
Pardon me for skipping the introductions. Name's Herbert Graves, Governor. And, of course, you're the Honourable Alexis Varyn. Only there's some gents in this town don't think you're so honourable.
Just what do you mean by that?
I mean, some folks don't think it's cricket to take money from one government to develop oil fields and then sell out to another government.
You know too much. For 2 cents,
I wouldn't fire that gun, Governor. Your friends would be back this way before you knew I hit you.
Hey, what's at the back of your mind? You said you've been waiting here for me all day. Why?
Well, I figured you might need some help, matey. And Herbert Graves is always one to help a friend. What a price.
And what is your price?
You'll find out, matey. And you better go along with Herbert Graves' little plan, or all you copper faster than you can go through a pound note at the Savoy Bar.
It's crazy, I tell you. I don't know anything about gold mining.
You're an engineer, ain't you?
Yes, but I've spent my whole life in the oil industry.
Yes, I know, Governor. But you've got money and you know engineering. If you won't join me, you're going to join your maker. I can make a tidy sum turning you over to the government. And don't you forget it.
Yeah. When do we leave?
That's better. We leave tonight, Governor. We take the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden, and then we go along the African coast until we reach Mombasa. We buy our equipment there and then head for the Middle Congo.
The Middle Congo?
That's right, matey. And now that you're showing sense, I'll let you see the map here. Yeah, this is where they say there's gold.
The southern part of French Equatorial Africa.
Yeah.
That's Tarzan's country.
Tarzan? Never heard of a bloke with that name.
I have. He killed my brother.
He did. What you know?
My enthusiasm for your venture increases now, Mr. Graves. Perhaps you can find your gold, and I can avenge my brother's death.
Now, blimey, I don't want to get mixed up in no killings.
If I'm any judge of character, you're no stranger to crime. I'll help you find the gold, all right. And you'll help me kill Tarzan, if I need any help.
Now, look, Governor,
I really don't expect to need you. Actually, there are 2 things I know a great deal about. Oil and murder.
We shall return to our story in just a moment. High in the upper level of jungle growth, Tarzan rested in the crotch of a tree, watching the amusing antics of the monkeys. The manus always delighted him. He smiled broadly and filled his lungs with the warm, sweet air of spring. Suddenly he tensed. In that air was the scent of the gomangani, the scent of a native, perhaps an unfriendly one. He swung from tree to tree until he was directly over the spot from which the scent had come, and then he dropped to the ground.
It's you, Nagama. At first I feared enemies.
We're Nagama enemies. She could not have been frightened more.
Oh, I'm sorry I frightened you. But I hardly expected to find a woman roaming in the jungle alone.
Nagama had to come alone, Tarzan.
You had to come alone? Why?
If Punya chief and warriors find Nagama looks for Tarzan to help in time of trouble, they're much angry.
But I've always been happy to help the Punyas.
Punya's proud people, Tarzan. Not like to come running to White Brother with problems.
Nothing's wrong with Torgo.
No, Nagama's son as well as rest. But all of Punya's have trouble. Since great dry spell, Kaffir corn grows poorly. Kerlo the cow gives little milk, and the people need many things.
But surely the jungle abounds in fruit and game and all else you require.
That not enough. Missionaries teach us use of white man's medicine and books and other things. And to have these, Punyas must have money.
Oh, money causes real troubles, Nagama. But if you really want it, well, why do you not dig the gold that Tarmangani everlastingly seeks?
Gold deep in caves. Cannot dig without much expensive tools. Sent sample to mining company in White Man City. No message is returned.
It is well that the Tarmanganis do not answer your message. Still, you have a problem, and Tarzan will attempt to help you solve it.
Tarzan guided Nagama as far as the edge of the Punya's village, and then he returned to his lair. As night fell, he turned his eyes to the sky, searching for an answer to the problem of his black brothers. And then suddenly all thoughts of the Punyas were forgotten as a fresh scent assailed his nostrils. Close at hand was the Tarmangani.
According to your precious map, my friend, this is about the spot we're looking for. But there's nothing here but tangled weeds and rocks.
The natives would have guided us to the spot if you hadn't been such a pinch penny.
It is easy for you to speak about spending another's money.
You'd be getting half of it, Governor.
Half of what? Half of the meat you swallowed in some rotten dive in Mombasa.
It's here, I tell you. Somewhere in this bloody section there's enough gold to...
Shut up, you fool! Shouting that word loud enough for everyone in the Congo to hear.
What's got into you, Governor? Got a fit of nerves like you had a bobby on each side of you pushing you through the gates of Old Bailey. There's no one around here to hear me.
You're wrong, Tarmangani.
What is it?
So, you have come to seek gold in Tarzan's jungle.
God, blimey, that's the bloke you told me about.
Keep quiet.
What did he tell you?
I told him something of your unusual reputation for justice, Tarzan. I said that before we made any move, we must contact you.
Why should the Tarmanganis who come to this jungle to steal gold have need to contact me?
It's this way, mighty.
Quiet. I will explain. Tarzan, your choice of the word steal is inadvised. We plan to make a proper arrangement with the natives of the district. If we can locate gold, we will enlist their help and share the profit.
You mean you'd pay them money?
Exactly. We contribute mining skill and equipment, and they will furnish the land and the labor. Is that not fair?
Yes, it is. Seldom have I heard white men speak as honestly. I'm sorry that I misjudged you at first.
Think nothing of it, Governor. We all make mistakes.
It so happens that this is the land of the Punyas. If you find gold here, they will welcome the opportunity of working for you and of receiving recompense.
And, of course, we will not forget Tarzan.
I have no need of money. But the Punyas are my friends, and I will do everything with my power to help them. And you.
We thank you. Allow me to introduce my friend, Mr. Graves, Tarzan. And I am Alex Schneider. Yes, Schneider.
All the caves for you, mighty.
Just ahead. Are you tired?
Not if there's gold in them caves, I ain't.
That I do not know. But the cave from which the Punya sent the sample is among them. Nagama does not remember which one.
Well, that's a fine idea, too, ain't it, Governor?
Huh?
I said that's a fine idea, too, ain't it?
I'm sorry, I was not paying attention to your conversation. I was observing the shale-like quality of the soil around the rocks.
Huh? You think there's gold in it?
Gold? No.
And I'm not interested in that.
Well, here's something you are interested in, Mr. Graves.
The cave. Hidden behind all them bushes. Say, it's mighty dark in there.
I have my flashlight with me.
Oh, a single flashlight will do little good in the great darkness of the cave. But I anticipated the need for light. Last night I left these torches soaking in this pool.
You're gonna light them, and you left them soaking overnight in water? Are you deaf, man?
No, this is not water, my friend. This is the liquid the natives call alul, light water. It makes the torches burn more brightly. Here, I will light them.
Say, they give a fine light. Smelly, though.
Here, we'll each carry one. Then if there is gold within the caves, you shall be able to tell. Come on. Walk carefully. Your boots cannot grasp the rock as easily as my bare feet.
Right spooky, ain't it, Governor?
Huh? Yeah.
Well, what you say? Think there's any gold?
Huh? Well, I'll have to look. Bring your torches over by the wall here.
Have a good look, Professor. Herbert Graves knows if there's gold. You're the man to find it.
In a way, I hope there is no gold. And yet the Punyas think they need money.
Oh, they'll get us through, but they will. We'll treat them fair and square, we will.
I depend on that.
Well, Professor, have you seen anything?
Not much.
Speak up, then. Is there any gold? Is there now?
Some.
Where are you going, Governor?
I have seen enough. Let us leave this unpleasant hole in the earth.
Where's he gone, Governor?
Off to sleep in some tree somewhere, you fool.
Yeah, I thought he'd never leave us alone. Well,
What?
Well, what he says. We barely makes it out of Saudi Arabia. We have the devil's own time buying that equipment in Mombasa. We lose our lives almost a dozen times in the jungle, and for what? For gold! Is there any gold in that cave?
I said there was some.
Oh, you did you? Well, that was nice of you, Governor. Yet that you hardly bothered to look at the bloomin' cave. Too high and mighty you are.
Be quiet, and let me tell you something, Herbert Graves. We are not in civilization now, and you will not be able to inform on me. If you bellow at me once more, I will kill you as well as Tarzan.
I didn't mean no harm. All I wanted to know is what we'd might have find.
Unless I'm sadly mistaken, the gold in this section wouldn't say $5 a ton. Until we transport it to the coast, it would be worth no more than sawdust.
Oh, no, Governor. Oh, you're pulling my leg, huh? It ain't true.
It is true. There is none of the gleaming gold you seek here. But the country is rich in black gold.
Black gold?
It is the name that men in the petroleum industry use for crude oil.
You mean there's oil here, Governor?
Great surface pools of it. It was in rich oil that Tarzan soaked those torches. Even you noticed the odor and the smoke as it burned.
Well, make us rich.
You know what I saw in the smoke from those torches?
What'd you see, Governor?
Great pipelines through the jungle to Pointe Noire. A fleet of tankers sailing from there. And here, thousands of blacks sweating in oil fields. And Alexis Varin as lord of the jungle.
How about Tarzan?
He will be dead. And soon.
We'll be back with the conclusion of this episode of Tarzan in just a moment. If Tarzan's respect for money was not great, the same cannot be said of the men Alexis Varin combed from the waterfront dives of half a dozen equatorial cities. For money, they temporarily deserted their favorite retreats and came to his black gold bonanza in the jungle. They were armed with pistols and bullwhips, scimitars and antiquated cutlasses. For these were the foremen who were to direct the workers recruited from among the native tribes.
Get moving, you lazy swine. You there, pick up that box of grills. I'll tell you when to rest. How's it coming, Bo?
All right, as long as you drive them. Let up for a minute and they quit on the job. You want me to feel a whip again?
Let him at it. How do you like that? You're a right-handed gent with a whip, Bo. I'll put in a good word for you with our boss.
Where is he?
His Highness has gone calling with Tarzan. Seems like there's a spot of trouble at one of the native trawls.
What have you to say to these charges, Mr. Schneider?
They are completely without foundation. The woman has made them up.
Nagama not lie. Men reach village each night dropping with exhaustion, and there are great welts across back.
Of course the men are tired. They are unused to chopping trees and clearing brush and building derricks.
Men also unused to whips.
I leave it to you, Tass. Have you seen any of my foremen use whips?
No. There have never been any whips used within my sight. But it seems you invent many errands for me to run so that I will not be near the camp. And there are the marks.
Perhaps it is some jungle insect or disease.
I would recognize those signs. Mr. Schneider, while I hesitate to doubt the word of you or your men, I have never known the people of Punya to depart from the truth.
Well, perhaps without my knowledge, some of my men have been...
If I obtain proof of any beatings, I shall drive every Tarmangani from the jungle. You misled me when you said it was gold for which this heavy equipment was needed. And you will not mislead me again. Does that satisfy you, Nagama?
There is one thing more. The money.
But your men are paid at the end of each day's work.
It's true, Punya's paid. Then Tarmagania follow them, hit them over the head, and steal money back.
I tell you, Tarzan, the woman is mad. These stories are fantastic.
Perhaps. But I have a plan to end this particular fantasy.
I shall be happy to cooperate in any of Tarzan's plans.
The money coming to the natives will be paid to me. I will care for it until they have need. No one will rob Tarzan, and no one will be able to find the hiding place where I will keep it.
That drilling is driving me daft, Governor.
The natives will work all night if necessary.
Sometimes I can't understand you. Having them load all these coins in this big sack, too.
That is the payroll for the natives. I expect Tarzan in for it any moment.
Are you daft, man? Why aren't you giving him paper money or gold?
Unless I decide to kill you before you learn, you may find out one of these days that I do things for a purpose.
And what bloomin' purpose can you...
Tarzan is taking the payroll to some secret hiding place. With this heavy sack over his shoulder, he will travel slowly enough for me to follow him. I want to know where he hides our money.
Well, I can know.
Are you in there, Schneider?
Come in, Tarzan.
You keep the men working late.
Just until number one comes to. Perhaps we will reach oil tonight. Then we can be more leisurely.
I will permit this late work one more night. Then, after this, the men will stop when Cuda, the sun, has finished his ride across the heavens.
Are you going to stand for him giving orders, Governor?
Of course. Tarzan is lord of the jungle.
I have come for the men's wages.
Everything is as agreed. There is the money in that sack.
Good. I will see you in the morning.
Is the sack heavy, matey?
Not very. Good night.
The bloomin' braggart, not heavy, he says. Why'd you do him in while we had him inside?
Never underrate the enemy, Mr. Graves, and never make an impulsive move. I have been waiting for a heaven-sent opportunity. I will continue to wait until it comes. I shall follow Tarzan now, and if I am lucky, the opportunity might come. Tonight.
Although Tarzan had scoffed at the weight of the sack, it grew heavy even before he had reached the outer edge of the clearing that the Tarmangani had carved in the virginal forest. Abandoning his plan to travel by the upper level, he made his way slowly through the dense vegetation, and behind him, against the wind, stalked Alexis Varon, the man who was waiting for an opportunity. But the killer who stalked Varon had no intention of waiting. Numa, the lion, was hungry for the meat of man.
Help! 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 I'm coming! I'm coming! Help, Tarzan! Help! 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 Help!
Tarzan! Tarzan! Watch out, Tarzan! He's slipping away from you!
Knife him again! Good! Knife him again! Again! Again!
That will teach him. What are you doing, Tarzan? Why do you put your foot on him? He's dead. Anyway, I picked up a rock to use as a weapon in case you had any more trouble. There. That takes care of you, Tarzan. You see, as it turned out, my dear friend, the rock also proved effective against you. Pleasant dreams.
Hey there! Hey there! You rich Baron! You bloody well spat it off half an hour ago and it's flooded off the valley.
Have you kept it the way I told you?
I couldn't do that, Governor. It was coming too fast. But we've got the natives digging trenches and mud holes to hold it back.
Ah, good.
Everything in sight is soaked with oil. You smell it? One of these fine days I'll be riding down Park Lane in a bloomin' Rolls Royce.
That's a long way off, Graves. We have much to do. But the first order of business is for you to take a couple of the men and follow me into the jungle. I want you to carry Tarzan back to our hut.
Carry him back? What happened?
A lion attacked me and Tarzan pounced on it and killed it. While he was going through some ritual of baying to the moon, I brought him down with a rock. Later, I'll kill him.
You're still gonna kill the blighter after what he done for you?
This is the opportunity I spoke of.
Well, if you're gonna do him in, why not do it where he is, and now?
If I fired a gun in the forest, every native within earshot would come running. As soon as the oil is controlled, you can send the natives home. Then I can avenge my brother's death.
Why have you bound me and brought me here?
I have my reasons, Tarzan.
I'll say he does, matey.
It is true, I have been positive in my orders to you, but it was only to protect the natives who are my friends. You should have no malice toward me, Mr. Schneider.
At this point, I think it is safe to reveal that my name is Varen.
Varen?
I shall turn the wick of this lamp higher. Perhaps you may observe a facial resemblance to my brother, whom you killed.
I have never killed man nor beast except in self-defense. And in your brother's case, I do not even do that. He was killed by a stampeding herd of elephants he was attempting to take back to captivity.
You killed him, and I'm going to kill you.
I attempted to save your brother. His terror made him run into the path of the elephants. I did my best to save him, but I was too late.
Explanations will do you little good now. Graves, what are you doing with my gun?
I use it on you. I don't like blokes that want to kill someone that's just saved their bloody life. And you and I reach an understanding about this oil, Tarzan.
The bargain I made in the beginning.
Watch out, Graves! You stupid fool! Oh, no, you don't. Watch out, the lamp! Fire! The whole place is going up in flames!
And oil over everything! Come on, Graves! Let's get out of here!
Graves and Barron ran for the protection of the jungle as fire enveloped everything within sight. The men in the oil fields, natives and whites, fled before the onrushing stream of liquid fire that rolled over the field. And in the cabin, Tarzan wriggled toward the flame. He held out his arms and legs until the fire bit through the thongs. His eyes blurred with pain, and his head swam. Yet he made his way through the inferno that was the burning hut. He ran across the field with all the power of his great body, faltering but a moment to pick up one white man beneath each arm. And at last, despite his heavy load and his burns, he reached the blessed protection of the damp forest.
Now you are safe, Mr. Graves and Mr. Varen.
You saved my life again. You saved Graves and me. Why?
Yeah. Why did you save us?
So that you may return to civilization and tell the Tarmangani that this is Tarzan's jungle. Tarzan's and his brothers, those with skins of ebony and those whose coats are of fur. This time I have been lenient. The next time I will not be. Go now.
Blimey. You'll never believe this back in Petticoat Lane.
From the heart of the jungle comes a savage cry of victory. This is Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. From the black core of dark Africa, land of enchantment, mystery, and violence, comes one of the most colorful figures of all time. Transcribed from the immortal pen of Edgar Rice Burroughs, Tarzan, the bronzed white son of the jungle. And now, in the very words of Mr. Burroughs, the story of Tarzan and Black Ivory.
Stories about the Marwa tribe had drawn Tarzan to the far mountain country, where, according to the legend of the lowland, there lived a super race. The people had been described as 7 feet in height, and it was said that they could wrestle with Sheeta, the panther, outrun Bara, the deer, and bend a young tree for a bow. The legend proved an exaggeration, but Tarzan did find the Marwa people exceedingly tall and handsome and strong. None possessed more of these jungle attributes than Velda, the dusky, dark-eyed daughter of the chief.
Tarzan must catch Velda.
I'll catch you, all right. Watch out! Here I come. So I couldn't catch you, eh?
Tarzan, help Velda onto a rock.
All right. There you are. Oh. Well, then, do you admit that I can swim faster than you?
Tarzan swim faster and run better than any Marwa. That is why my father, the chief, make Tarzan son of tribe.
I'm happy about that, Velda. For I've never known any tribe as brave as yours. As ours.
Never before have Marwa take stranger as son. And this only because Tarzan is mighty hunter and fisher.
Well, if I'm a good fisherman, I better take these fish I speared back to the camp and clean them.
Oh, no, Tarzan must not.
What?
Oh, that is job for Tarzan's woman.
Tarzan's woman? Oh, now, wait a minute, Velda.
Oh, does not Tarzan like Velda?
Of course I like you.
And is not Velda beautiful in Tarzan's eyes?
I think you're as lovely as the blossoms of the jungle acacia. But you are the promised one of Kalo.
Oh, no more. Not since night Tarzan bested Kalo in wrestling contest. Now, only Tarzan can marry daughter of chief of great Marwa tribe. When Goro the moon comes to fullness again, Velda will become Tarzan's slave forever.
I don't like that word slave, Velda. You'll never be any man's slave, not mine nor anyone else's, so long as I have strength with which to fight.
The reputation of the great Marwa tribe had spread even so far as Port Said on the edge of the distant Mediterranean. There, in a ramshackle building on a narrow side street, a man in the flowing robes of the Bedouin thought about these great, strong people as he waited for a caller.
Enter.
I can hardly see. That you, Egypt?
It is indeed, Captain Marco. Ajib Ben Zaman bids you enter. And close the door.
Okay.
Come near to me, mighty captain of the sea.
You're going to hold that mighty captain of the sea business and tell me what all this mystery's about.
I know of no mystery, my worthy captain.
Not much you don't. Sending one of those Hawkeye messengers to my ship and making me meet you here in this part of town? What do you want?
Your tongue is sharp, friend, for one whose ship cannot find cargo among the reputable merchants of Port Said.
All right, so you found out I'm broke. So what?
Ajib Ben Zaman wishes but to improve the fortunes of his friend. I know of rich cargo for your ship to carry to distant ports.
The kind of cargo you ship is too risky.
But this time it is neither the seed of the poppy nor the guns our government has elected to term contraband.
What then?
This time you shall carry black ivory.
Black ivory.
To translate the jargon of a crass world, slaves.
Slaves? In this day and age?
There are still many markets, including countries which claim to be opposed to all forms of slavery.
Well, maybe so. But I'm not getting into a racket like that.
I think you are, Captain Marco. There is much Ajib Ben Zaman could arrange to have the port authorities learn about some of your past cargoes.
Well...
You will profit handsomely. My emissaries tell me of a Marwa tribe whose people are tall and handsome and strong. They will bring many pieces of gold.
Suppose I agree. How do you know I'll still be in port when you bring them back?
Because I'm taking you with me, Captain Marco. My men wait outside this hall now. One will carry a message back to your ship. A message wherein you command your crew to await your return when your business in the jungle is completed.
How do you know I won't spoil your game?
I have planned long for this. I have come many days' journey for this meeting in Port Said. Anyone who attempts to spoil my game will die. I care not if the infidel is a man of the sea or a creature of the jungle.
We will return to Tarzan in just a moment. The mournful whistle of the Cape to Cairo Railroad engine sounded in the night. And aboard the train traveling from Port Said to Fashoda in the Sudan country were Captain Marco, Ajib Ben Zaman, and the cunning sheik's two fierce Bedouin followers, Kadur Ben Hussein and Badr Ben Jafar, who sat in a corner saying nothing, but their hands remained on their cusers, and their narrow eyes seldom left their sheik and the infidel dog, Sea Captain.
Why do they keep sitting there staring at me?
Perhaps they doubt your full enthusiasm for our plan.
Maybe they're right. 4 men going into the jungle to try to capture a whole tribe of huge savages.
When we leave the train at Fashoda, we will be met by my men. More than a double score of cunning shiftas skilled in the art of taking slaves.
I see.
They will have with them camels and fleet Arabian horses, the tools of their trade, and the wherewithal for a comfortable menzil.
Menzil?
Encampment.
Oh.
Forgive me for forgetting that you are a cultured foreigner who knows not the crude language of Mohammed.
Yeah. Well, so these shifter guys catch the blacks. What then?
We return all the way to Port Said by caravan and load them directly into your ship.
And no one stops us or asks questions, huh?
No one questions the content of a closed packing case unless there are sounds of protest from within.
Yeah, that's just the point. You think those blacks aren't going to scream murder?
For those that babble, there is always the heated iron that removes the tongue almost painlessly.
The weeks passed, but the moon had not yet come to its fullness, and Tarzan wrestled with the problem of breaking off with Velda without causing her hurt or making angry his brothers of the Marwa tribe. Already one of them, Kalo, to whom Velda had been promised, looked upon Tarzan with unfriendly eyes. This day Tarzan walked from the camp deep into the jungle. Following him at a little distance came Velda, and following her stealthily came Kalo.
I heard someone. Who follows me?
It is but your promised one, Vera.
You should not follow me, Velda. Especially not when I walk into the jungle.
Why does Tarzan wander away from the Marwa camp?
I am not used to being with people all the time, Velda. Perhaps I shall never learn.
When the moon comes full and we are married, then Tarzan be real son to my father. And then perhaps it will be easier in the mind.
I'm afraid not. Velda, how can I tell you? What words are there to explain that I can't marry you?
Tarzan would shame Velda before the tribe. He has claimed her in ceremonial wrestling match. And now...
Hush! I hear someone. Though the wind is against us, I sense the coming of enemies.
I care not for enemies. If Tarzan will not have Velda, then she...
Be still, woman. Who comes?
I come.
Kalo.
What do you want, Kalo? Why do you follow me?
Tarzan take Kalo's woman, and against law of tribe, he steal into woods with her before nuptial feast.
I did not steal into the woods with her. I came for a walk. She followed to talk to me.
Kalo see Velda cry. Surely Tarzan bring dishonor to tribe. Marwa make mistake when he take Tarzan as son. Tarzan not true Marwa.
I am sorry, Kalo.
But Kalo change mistake of tribe. Cleanse name of Marwa tribe with Tarzan's blood.
Oh, no, Kalo,
Kalo's knife flashed high over his head and came down with terrific speed. But the sinewy hand of Tarzan caught Kalo's wrist, and the knife dropped to the ground. A moment later, Tarzan's knife clattered to the ground as he fell with Kalo on top of it. The men rolled over and over, locked in savage struggle. Velda turned her back and ran right into the path of another spectator, Bolgani, the gorilla. Picking her up in his gargantuan arms, he hugged her to his hairy bosom and fled through the forest with her, as Tarzan and Kalo continued to struggle.
Wait! That's Velda!
Velda in trouble.
Bolgani taking me away!
Come, Tarzan.
We're coming, Velda!
Behind those rocks. Kalo, see them.
No knife and no bow.
Could not shoot anyway. Hurt Velda.
Bolgani's putting it down. It's getting ready for that. Now!
Help him, Kalo! Help him!
No! No, Kalo, take Velda back to village! Run!
No! Kalo, help!
No, Kalo! If Bolgani kill us both, what will happen to Velda? Take her! Run!
Come, Velda!
Oh, we cannot leave him. I won't.
What Tarzan say is true. I must take you and run. I carry you.
No, don't make me leave him. Don't leave Tarzan. Tarzan will kill him.
Now Velda and Kalo were forgotten as the two animals of the jungle, man and gorilla, fought for their lives. The gorilla's huge claws ripped into Tarzan's flesh. The leaves and the dirt were red with blood. Now Bolgani grasped Tarzan about the middle and began to squeeze with the enormous strength of his tremendous arm. Tarzan's breath left his body, and his mind began to cloud. And then suddenly Tarzan's powerful hands found the gorilla's bull-like neck. They closed around the huge throat, and they squeezed tighter and tighter, tighter. And at last, Bolgani's arms relaxed. The hideous jungle creature fell to the ground. Tarzan stumbled a few steps, and then he fell at the base of a great tree, exhausted. Only then did an interested group of spectators emerge from behind the large rocks and walk to the scene of the savage battle.
The savage is unconscious.
Did you ever see a fight like that, Bedouin?
No, Captain Marco. Never before have these eyes seen such a struggle.
The gorilla dead?
He has gone to his maker. Men, tie up the savage.
Tie him up. Can't you see that he's right under that bronze? We're not hunting for white men.
What we do with an Nazrani is to be decided by Sheikh Ajib Ben Zaman. He has a great reputation for wisdom and for his own particular brand of mercy.
We'll continue with our story after this message.
So you are Ben Zaman.
My subjects call me by that name, but I find your form of address and your manner exceedingly impertinent for a prisoner.
When I regained consciousness, I told your men I'd come willingly. But your subjects insisted on prodding me and keeping me tied up. Tarzan is not used to such treatment.
Tarzan? You are the famous Tarzan?
Some call me Lord of the Jungle.
Cador, why have you taken this man prisoner? Untie him at once.
I told him he was making a mistake.
You are wise, Captain Marco. Here, I'll cut the bonds myself.
Thank you, Benjamin. I was told you were a wise man, and you live up to your reputation.
I apologize for what has transpired. You are my guest. Ibn, bring coffee and viands. Pray be seated, Tarzan. Captain Marco. Cador.
I shall sit with you, but I eat not the food of the Muslims. You will excuse me?
Can't say I blame you, son. Coffee, they call it. Full of cloves and cinnamon. And so sweet it makes you sick. And the food, like some dive in Damascus.
I forgive your crude remarks, Captain Marco. And I excuse you from sitting with us.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Good luck to you, Tarzan.
Thank you, Captain Marco.
I cannot apologize enough for the indignities you suffered at the hands of my men, Tarzan. Perhaps you will permit me to repay you by offering you the hospitality of my humble menzil.
I am very tired. I will accept your kind offer.
Hayat! Show Tarzan to a bayet containing a soft mat on which to sleep, and see that he has every comfort. May Allah grant you sweet dreams, Tarzan.
You are most kind. I shall see you when the sun is in the heaven.
I hesitate to question you, my sheik, but your actions furrow my brow with questions.
Fool! Have you never before heard of Tarzan?
No.
Many times in the past has he thwarted the plans of slave raiders.
And yet you treat him like a friend. We had him tied, helpless, and you...
Had we plunged a Cusa into him while he was bound, every native and every beast in the jungle would have united against us.
Yes?
But instead we shall treat him as a dear friend. We shall persuade him to remain for a few days. By tomorrow night, any doubts he may have had about us will have vanished. We shall be filled with sorrow when he is discovered dead the next morning.
But you said...
We shall find Captain Marco, the Nazrani, guilty of the murder, and we shall shoot him for his foul deed. That way we can cause no enmity, and with Tarzan out of the way, our hunt for black ivory will be simple.
But won't we need Marco?
When we return to Port Said, we shall commandeer his ship. In that way, we need not pay the dear captain his share of the loot. Who comes?
It is Cador, my sheik. I bring a native who tried to steal by the sentry.
Oh, he looks like a healthy young buck.
Very strong and healthy, Bwana. Only me not steal past centuries. Me come to see a great sheik need work.
A native looking for work?
Me outlaw from tribe. Much strong. Do work good.
Wela, there is much work to be done about the menzil, and the shifters have little heart for it. What can you do?
Care for camels and horses, hunt game, cook for sheik.
All right. You can sleep with the animals, and we'll pay you what you're worth.
Me thank Bwana.
What name do you call yourself?
Name is Kalo.
Who steals into my tent while I sleep?
Hush, Tarzan. It is Kalo.
Kalo. How did you get here? Did they capture you?
No, Kalo come to free Tarzan. But you are not bound. We sneak from camp now.
Not yet. Do you know what these men are, Kalo?
Kalo knows. The sign's plain.
They fooled me for a little while. But when they thought I'd fallen asleep, I slipped out. I found a wagon full of wrist locks and leg irons. We can't leave until we've forced them to quit the jungle. But we'll need help.
Kalo have plan. Get help with jungle drum. Send message to all of Marwa tribe when camp sleeps.
But suppose they find you here?
Arabs know Kalo here. Work for Arab as hunter and cook. Part of plan. In morning, Tarzan must pretend he not know Kalo. Leave now.
Just a minute. Why did you come to save me, Kalo?
Sorry for fight. Kalo did wrong. Tarzan brave Marwa.
That night, Kalo's drum sounded in the jungle, and from far off came the answer. The mighty Marwa tribe would send their fiercest Waziri to fight the slave raiders, and they would follow the plan told them by the drums. The next day, the plan was whispered to Tarzan, and by the time the Arabs had gathered for their evening meal that night, the jungle that skirted the Menzil was alive with native warriors. They awaited the signal from the peaceful-looking bed of the sheik.
Bring us our evening meal. Pray be seated, Tarzan. Captain Marco, Kedar, Eben, the rest of you. My nose is assailed with a delicious odor.
Kalo the Black has provided us with a rare treat. He has hunted in the woods all day and has returned to cook the fruits of the hunt.
Approach with the repast, Kalo.
Kalo, bring food. Meat much heavy.
The entire animal turned on a spit. You are a rare jewel, Kalo.
Meat is wapi, the antelope. Taste fine, only too much for few men. And Kalo have more meat to bring in. Call rest of men.
That is a noble thought, Kalo. But all are present save for the sentries.
Kalo in woods all day. No enemies near camp.
He tells the truth. Our men comb the forest. No natives.
If Gomangani were near, Tarzan would have caught the scent.
Well, all right. Let the others come in. They've been restless, and a good meal may help. Summon them, Kedar. Now then, the food.
Yeah, looks like good seafaring grub for a change.
One must admit the jungle furnishes fine food for those who know how to capture it, Tarzan.
The jungle holds no mysteries for those who are part of it. But for those who would destroy it, there is much danger.
A month I've waited for a decent meal.
Here are the others. Enter, men. Partake plentifully of the meat. Kalo, more food.
That Kalo bring. Here is fine roast animal.
With an aroma like rich perfume.
This is something like eating.
This meat Captain Marco asked for.
Huh?
This horta, the boar.
A boar.
The greatest of insults. Bringing the flesh of a swine to the table of an Arab. And you ordered it, Captain Marco?
I swear I...
Taunting us about our coffee and our food, and then this insult. No man can insult the faith of Agib Ben Zaman.
Look, I never...
You speaking infidel, dog!
You can't slap me, you rat!
Agib was reaching for his gun.
And as the Arab chief fell, pandemonium broke loose. Kedar dropped. Marco fell with accusa in his heart. And as the confusion mounted, a horde of fierce Waziri flooded into the tent, wielding wicked knives left and right. And Kalo and Tarzan led the battle until no Arab remained in the Menzil of Agib Ben Zaman.
The full moon has come, people of Marwa tribe, and we are met for the marriage of Tarzan and Velda. Are you ready for this marriage, my daughter?
Yes, my father.
Are you ready for this marriage, Tarzan?
Great Chief, members of the Marwa tribe, before I came to your village, Velda was the promised one of Kalo. I won her from him through a wrestling match that was meant to prove me braver than he. But since then, many things have happened. I was caught by the Tamangani, and I was forced to go to their camp. But the brave Kalo came willingly into the camp of the enemy to save my life and to save all Marwas from slavery. He has proven himself bravest, and I cannot claim Velda for my bride.
You have spoken true, my son, and I decide. Velda, would you take Kalo as husband?
Kalo and Velda promised since childhood. Velda take Kalo with happiness.
Kalo, would you take Velda as wife?
Kalo embraces Velda as wife, and Tarzan as greatest of Marwa tribe.
So be it. Let nuptial feast begin.
From the heart of the jungle comes a savage cry of victory. This is Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. From the black core of dark Africa, land of enchantment, mystery, and violence, comes one of the most colorful figures of all time. Transcribed from the immortal pen of Edgar Rice Burroughs, Tarzan, the bronzed white son of the jungle. And now, in the very words of Mr. Burroughs, the story of Tarzan and the Coward.
One might have searched far and wide before finding a more complete antithesis of Tarzan's jungle than the New York penthouse of stockbroker William Dudley Pembler. And yet the paths of those who occupied the Park Avenue apartment were destined to cross that of the Lord of the Jungle. Already, as Pembler's nephew Harry toyed with the highball in his hand and watched his visitor nervously, fate was designing the blueprints for the meeting.
I asked you not to come here, Scarati.
Afraid your uncle will find out you keep bad company?
No, it's not that. It's just that... See here, Scarati. I'll get the money for you.
You said that 3 weeks ago. If the old bird's so fond of you, why don't you make him come across?
He doesn't approve of gambling. I have no other way of explaining why I need $30,000. But give me 2 months, and I'll walk right into your office with the money.
Yeah, sure.
Look, my uncle and I are going on a hunting trip to Africa, and when I get back, I'll have plenty of dough.
How come?
I overheard him talking to his lawyer on the phone last night. He told him something about changing his will, and later I heard him spell my name out.
And so on this little hunting trip, you'll see that his death comes a little sooner than he expects, huh? Hey, you don't have to answer that. I know your type. Only how do I know you won't decide to stay over there and welsh on your debt?
No, really I won't.
Of course, there's one thing I could do about it. I might decide to come along.
No, you can't do that in the first place. That must be my uncle now. You'll have to get out of here. I'll think of something.
There's nothing to think about. Do I come along, or do Unc and I have a little talk right now?
You come along. Only don't say anything about it. Good evening, Uncle.
Hello, Harry.
This is Mr. Smith. He's a big game expert. He wants to go along with us on our trip.
Well, I think there might be room for 1 or 2 more.
I'll talk it over with Mr. Pembler tonight, Mr. Smith. I'll call you in the morning.
Okay.
Well, happy to know you, Smith. Perhaps we'll be seeing each other.
Could be.
I'll show you to the door.
I can find it, Harry.
Market closed strong today, Uncle?
Pretty fair. Say, if you want this fellow Smith along, Harry, it's all right with me.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Forget the sir, Harry. And forget the uncle business, too. If we're going to be buddies on this big game hunt, it'll have to be strictly Harry and Bill.
Well, that's swell with me, Bill.
It might interest you to know, Harry, that I took care of something with my lawyer today.
Oh? What was that?
I signed a new will. You're now administrator of my estate.
Administrator?
It'll pay you a small fee every month, and if by any chance you outlive Billy, you'll come into the whole estate. But the important thing is that I'll have someone I feel close to managing things. You know, Harry, I feel closer to you than I do to my own son.
Oh, come on
Well,
now.
it's true. I suppose it sounds strange to hear a father talk this way, but I'm ashamed of Billy, even that name. I was never called Billy in my whole life. It does fit him, though.
I guess that's what his mother always called him.
Well, I don't want to say anything against Helen, rest her soul, but she did mollycoddle the boy.
Well, I suppose it was natural, an only child.
That's no excuse. I was an only child, and I was always small for my age, but there wasn't a kid in the neighborhood I was afraid of. I took them all on. I was captain of my high school football team. I used to box fellows that outweighed me by 30 pounds, and I used to go duck hunting when it was 10 below zero.
You haven't been hunting until you've hunted in Africa.
That's what I mean, Harry. You're not a whole lot older than Billy, but you've been everywhere and you've done things. Hunted in Africa, learned how to fly a plane, all that stuff. You've got courage and, well, let's face it, Billy's a coward.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
It's true. I finally bullied him into trying out for his high school football team this afternoon, but I know he won't make it. One scrimmage was probably enough for him.
Are you in the study, Dad?
Yes, come on in, Billy.
Hi, cuz. I don't see any black eyes.
Maybe the bruises are where they don't show, huh, Billy? How did you do with the football tryouts?
I didn't report to the field, Dad.
Oh.
Well, gee, I can't help it if I'm not interested in football and stuff like that.
No, you're not interested in anything except music and art and the debating society. I wish I knew some way to make you more like Harry here.
Bill, how about taking Billy along with us to Africa?
I don't think I'd like that, Harry.
He didn't ask you, he asked me. And I think it's a swell idea.
But I wouldn't want to fire guns and kill animals and...
The more I think about it, the better I like it. Maybe it'll make a man out of you.
That's the angle, Bill. As the expression goes, it'll either cure him or kill him.
In just a moment, we shall return to our story. For some time, Tarzan had remained alone except for the company of wild beasts, and once again he longed for the companionship of humans. His path led him in the direction of the camp of the Punya tribe, for there he would see Torgo, the small native boy who was almost like a son to him. Suddenly, he stopped short. Before him on the ground was Wapi, the antelope, a small arrow through its heart. Tarzan glanced at the feather-tipped shaft in anger, and then he hastened his footsteps until he reached the Punya village.
Torgo! Torgo!
Torgo not here, Tarzan. Go with Mother to hunt Dairuts.
It is well for him, Pandego, for I am full of anger against him.
Tarzan angry against Togo? Why?
I have considered him like a son, and yet he disregards my lessons. Just south of here, I saw Wapi, the antelope, on the ground, dead. He had Torgo's arrow in him.
Tarzan has taught Togo to be good shooter of arrows.
I taught him so that he could kill for food or in self-defense, not so that he could destroy lives wantonly.
Torgo, good boy.
I cannot agree that he is a good boy. I shall have to find a new son.
Tarzan's disappointment in Torgo did not lessen his desire for human companionship. Someday he would find a boy whom he could raise with his own feeling for the other denizens of the jungle. The sound of rifle fire brought his thoughts to an abrupt ending. He took to the upper level of jungle growth, and in a matter of minutes he was directly over the hunting party from New York. He crouched in the fork of a tree, listening so that he could determine the nature of these strangers.
Next time I'll get the first shot in. None of this waiting for Billy to try his hand.
Can't say that I blame you for being sore, Harry. By the time we raised our guns, the critters were out of range. Why didn't you fire, Billy?
Those trees, they were in the way.
That's a lot of hokum. You had a perfect shot.
You see, Billy, even Mr. Smith is ashamed of you.
It's no use, Dad. I just can't kill animals.
You'll learn before we leave the jungle.
There are many better things to learn.
Hey,
where'd you come from?
Gee, you jumped right down from the trees, didn't you?
Hey, put that gun down, Harry. He's probably got his whole tribe with him.
I'm alone, but it's well you lower your thunderstick. I am Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle.
What do you want, Tarzan?
Were I to come to your city, you might well ask me that question. But since you've come to my land, the question is mine. What do you want?
We're just on a little hunting trip, Tarzan. We mean no harm to you or anyone else.
Oh, that is well. How old are you, boy?
Me? I'm 16, almost.
You do not like to kill animals?
No, I don't.
Do you like it here in Tarzan's jungle?
I like the forest, the wonderful birds and the flowers.
He likes the flowers and the birds. Ain't that something for a kid?
He'll learn, or he isn't any son of mine. Before we leave here, he'll bag his share of animals. I wouldn't be surprised to see him knock off an elephant or a rhino.
You are the boy's father, and you encourage him to kill?
It's none of your business, Tarzan. But it so happens that the reason we brought Billy on this expedition was to cure him of being a coward.
Dad, why do you always keep saying that?
You seem to have chosen the wrong son, Tarmangani. Or else he has chosen the wrong father.
I don't like the idea of that guy Tarzan hanging around the camp.
He's not hanging around. He told Bill off, and then he disappeared in the trees.
He hasn't left. I saw him in the distance just after dinner.
Okay, so he's around. What difference does it make?
What difference does it make? The natives are bad enough. You want a white man walking into some court in Nairobi or Mombasa to tell you how you knocked off your uncle and your young cousin in order to get their money?
No one's going to see me when I do it.
Maybe you figure on backing out. It's sure taking you long enough. You better get going and soon.
I'll do it. Only I'm picking my time carefully. One of these days I'll find Bill when no one else is around.
How about the kid?
Billy? I don't even think we'll have to do anything about him. The way he keeps wandering away from camp, nature may give us a helping hand.
What do you mean?
Did you hear a leopard in the distance a little while ago?
Yeah, but I've heard lots of leopards during the last few weeks.
Sure. But they sound different when they're hungry. That means they're stalking a kill. And when I last saw Billy, he was walking in the direction of that leopard.
Almost a mile from the camp, Billy walked aimlessly, his head down, tears streaking his face. He broke off a slender shaft of bamboo and used it as a whip against the sides of his boots. Occasionally, he saw a loose rock and kicked it along until it lost itself in the dense underbrush. His mind was busy, and he had no suspicion that Sheeta, the leopard, was close at hand. The stealthy animal glided along the ground, his body a low, narrow shaft of death. The boy paused to examine a strange jungle orchid, and Sheeta crouched lower, then sprang. But before his lethal talons could rip into the boy, a huge figure hurtled from an overhanging vine, and Tarzan's knife gleamed in the moonlight as it flashed downward.
Tarzan, watch out! He's wriggling free!
He won't get away!
Oh.
There!
You killed him. What are you doing? Why did you do that?
That was the victory cry of the bull ape. When I was a baby, an ape by the name of Kayla took me from my cradle to take the place of her own baby who had died. I was raised by Kayla, and much I do is because of the things she taught me.
That's how it is with me. My dad just doesn't understand. But my mother was against fighting and hunting and that sort of thing. She taught me to love the beautiful things in life.
Of course, if you walk in the jungle alone at night, you'll not live long enough to enjoy the beautiful things of life.
I don't care whether I live or not. My father thinks I'm a coward.
Oh? Are you?
I don't know. I don't like fighting.
Well, that doesn't make you a coward. I dislike fighting, but I do fight when it is necessary to protect myself or to save the life of a friend.
I didn't thank you for saving my life.
No, words are not necessary, particularly when I saved only that for which you care so little.
Maybe I didn't exactly mean that.
No, Tarzan knows what you mean. You would like life if those around you were kinder to you. Well, there's something you could do about that. You could find new friends, a new father. Perhaps you could come to Tarzan's home as his son.
I couldn't do that. I can't leave now. My dad's in danger.
In danger?
My cousin Harry and the man he calls Smith intend to kill my father and then me.
What?
I overheard them talking one night. They didn't know I was listening. It was late. Harry called Smith by a different name, and he told him he'd pay him some money he owed him as soon as they killed Dad and me.
Well, did you tell your father this?
No. He would have said I made it up because I don't like Harry and was afraid.
Well, are you afraid?
Yes.
The admission is a sign of courage. Billy, I shall return to your camp with you. Before your cousin Harry and Smith can kill your father and you, they shall have to kill Tarzan first.
That's Dad there, standing by the fire. I guess he couldn't sleep.
Well, let's not say anything to him about what you overheard or why I've come to stay in your camp.
Dad will be glad to have you. But Harry's...
Shh, quiet.
Harry, he's sneaking out of his tent. He has his rifle with him. Look, he's pointing at Dad's back.
Stay here.
What happened? Harry! Tarzan!
I knocked his gun out of his hand before he had a chance to shoot you in the back.
Shoot me in the back? Harry?
You crazy, meddling fool. I saw a lion just beyond Bill. I didn't want to alarm him. I thought it might spring if he moved.
I did not catch the scent of Numa the lion. Where did the animal go?
I guess it ran off. I guess it's time for me to turn in.
I'm sure you meant well, Tarzan, but Harry certainly had no intention of shooting at me.
Are you all right, Dad?
Billy, I thought you were asleep hours ago.
I was talking to Tarzan. He'd like to join our party.
I could be most helpful as a guide, Mr. Tremblay.
Good. Name your price, and I shall be happy to meet it. It's easy to see that you know this jungle better than me.
I don't like it, I tell you. How can you trust a white man who lives in the jungle like some black savage?
He might be very useful.
How do you make that out?
You said something a while back about a court in Nairobi or Mombasa. I think maybe I'll visit one of those courts when I leave the jungle. I can report in great sadness that my beloved uncle and my darling little cousin have been murdered by Tarzan.
Back to Tarzan and the Coward in just a moment. And so Tarzan remained with the Pembler hunting party. Bill Pembler looked upon the jungle giant with frank admiration, Billy with open adoration, and the other two men with thinly veiled hatred.
If you know so much about this district, Tarzan, why don't you scare up some big game for us?
Yeah, how about some of them rhinoceroses?
I shall scout the countryside. They usually remain in the colder climates north of here, but perhaps I can find an isolated herd. Come, Billy. We'll see if we can locate some targets for your bloodthirsty friends.
Is it okay to go with Tarzan, Dad?
Sure. Maybe he can teach you a little bravery.
We will change that, Billy. We have two things to do now. Protect your father and change his opinion of you.
Do you think it's safe to go off and leave him with those two?
They're not alone. Last night while the camp slept, I visited the kraal of my friends, the Punyas. No less than a dozen Punya warriors watch out for your father at all times now.
Gee, you're wonderful, Tarzan.
It's good for you to think that. A son should admire his father, and a father his son. Perhaps, Billy, you may decide to remain in the jungle.
Where are we going now? To look for rhinos?
In due time. First, I shall show you my jungle, or at least a little part of it. I shall lead you over the upper level of jungle growth where the apes travel. I shall instruct you in the art of the bow and arrow. And I shall show you the hidden lagoon where I swim. You like to swim, Billy?
I've always been afraid of swimming.
Well, with Tarzan, you'll not be afraid. It's enough, Billy. True to the sun sinks in the heaven.
One more dive.
All right, one more dive.
I almost took bottom that time.
Come on. Up you go. Here, I'll give you a hand.
Thanks. Whew. Are there really pearls in the bottom of the lagoon, Tarzan?
No, not really. I first made up that story when I was persuading a little native boy to dive. Come, we better get into our clothes.
It is getting chilly. The sun goes down quickly in the jungle.
That's because we're near the equator. Here there's little dawn or dusk. Billy, have you been near my clothes?
Near your clothes? No.
My knife has been removed from its sheath.
Tarzan and Billy dressed quickly and headed back for the camp. Tarzan's mind dwelled on the loss of his knife. It had little intrinsic value, even in the jungle. Its theft could mean only one thing. Someone intended to commit murder with the weapon and blamed Tarzan for the crime. When the camp retired that night, Tarzan took up a vigil near the tent of Bill Pembler. And what he had anticipated came to pass. Harry crept from his tent and approached that of his uncle. Tarzan's knife glistened in Harry's hand. He was about to enter the tent when his upraised arm was grasped in a grip of steel.
You savage! Yes, I am a savage. And you represent the civilized man, eh? Perhaps savagery is best.
I'll show you.
I would not advise attacking me. That would not be courage. It would be suicide.
Look, I can explain this.
You may save your explanation. I'm sure you heard a lion about to enter the camp, and you were on your way to kill him with my knife.
I found the knife.
I know you did, in its sheath. It was courageous of you to steal it. Well, you shall have your chance to prove your courage. Tomorrow I shall lead you to the tarbuto, the white rhinoceros, the most ferocious of its kind.
Are you awake, Scoretti?
Yeah, I'm awake. Only you better remember that my name's Smith. What time is it?
It's early, but we'll be breaking camp soon to find the rhinos, and I wanted to talk to you.
What about?
About Tarzan. He's getting wise.
Has he said anything to your uncle?
No, I don't think so, but we can't risk having him around much longer. Now, I have a plan.
Oh, you and your plans.
This one ought to work.
Go on.
When and if we spot the rhinos, I'll go ahead. I'll get Bill to stick with me, and I'll make sure he lands in the path of one of those man-killers.
So?
Tarzan will come running up. That's where you come in. You'll be hanging back, and you'll have your telescopic sight trained on him. With those two dead, we can take care of the kid.
Maybe you got something there. Maybe you got something.
Well, we've about reached our destination. The white rhinos are near here.
I don't see nothing.
Do you see this bed of dry dust?
Looks like fine sand to me.
It is alkali. The white rhinoceros isn't really white at all. He's just a little lighter in color than the black rhino. But he loves to roll in this dust when he comes from the water.
And the alkali dust makes him look white?
That's right. When it hardens, it looks almost pure white in some lights.
Okay, that's enough of the nature study lecture. Let's get going.
I think that's very interesting, Mr. Smith. Let's not be impatient.
I'm impatient too, Bill. Let's find him.
It's best to wait until we locate the herd by the oxpeckers.
Now, what kind of a fable are we going to hear?
I hesitate to give you another lecture, but the oxpeckers or rhino birds are the surest omens of the animal we seek. They ride on the backs of the rhinos, picking off ticks. But if we see them, make no noise, for they often warn the rhinos of the approach of the hunter.
Hey, Tarzan, would those be oxpeckers over there? Way over by that big hill?
You're developing eyes suitable for the jungle, Billy. A quiet man we must approach with caution.
I'll go ahead. Come on, Billy. Tarzan and Smith can bring up the rear.
Well, there they are.
A whole herd of them. This is worth coming to Africa for.
Come on, Bill.
Got your gun ready, Billy?
I don't think I could fire it.
Aren't you going to follow them, Smith?
I'll stay a little back and cover him with my gun in case of trouble.
Even with those 4-foot horns, the rhinos stand little chance against the Tarman Gunny's thunder sticks. You coming, Billy?
I'll be along soon.
We can't get a shot at them when they're half submerged in the water. Maybe if I stand on the bank, I can make one of them charge toward me. Then we can both get a good shot, Bill.
It's risky, Harry.
So's life. Come on.
Look, Harry and Dad. They're almost beside the rhinos. Where's Tarzan?
Probably got scared and took to the trees.
Look, one of them charging Harry. Oh, he's gone down under it. The rhino's killing Harry. Oh, now it's turning on Dad. Smith, what are you doing? Where are you aiming? No, you don't.
What happened? Where am I?
You're safe in the forest, Mr. Pembley. Harry's dead, and so is Mr. Smith.
Smith, too? I don't remember what happened.
Yes, you lost consciousness. I was too late to save Harry from the rhino, but I managed to pull you away just in time.
And where was Smith?
Back in the trees, getting a good bead on you through his telescopic sight. You see, Harry and he had been plotting to kill you for a long time. Smith's real name was Scarati. He told us that and a lot more before he died.
But if he was all the way back where we left him, how did the rhinos kill him?
They didn't. Billy shot him when he saw that his father's life was at stake.
Billy, you used a gun?
Yes, Dad.
He was not afraid when it was important to fight. You see, there are all sorts of courage, Mr. Pembler. All sorts of cowardice, too. Harry was afraid to tell you he owed money, yet he possessed the type of false courage that led to his death. All his life, Scarati lacked the courage to work for an honest living. And you lacked the courage to accept a son you cannot understand because he's different from you. I have invited Billy to remain here in the jungle as my son.
Do you want to stay here with Tarzan, Billy?
Well, you're my real dad, but if you don't want me...
I do want you, son. I want you, and I'm proud of you. I know now that you're as courageous as Tarzan here. And you won't have to prove it by killing animals or leaping from tree to tree.
From the heart of the jungle comes a savage cry of victory. This is Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. From the black core of dark Africa, land of enchantment, mystery, and violence, comes one of the most colorful figures of all time, transcribed from the immortal pen of Edgar Rice Burroughs. Tarzan, the bronzed white son of the jungle. And now, in the very words of Mr. Burroughs, the story of the curse of the pharaohs.
Once Tarzan's curiosity had taken him to distant lands, to America, to England, to France. But in recent years he had remained in the jungle that had been his birthplace and his home. And with each succeeding year, the veneer of culture grew less apparent, the deep core of savagery more pronounced. And Tarzan's friend, Captain Lawrence of the governmental police, worried about this change in Tarzan. He used every device at his command to bring the jungle man into contact with civilized people. And it was Captain Lawrence's letter that had brought the Lord of the Jungle to the expedition camp near El Amoun, in a small oasis of the great Libyan desert.
Halt! Halt!
Yes, I shall halt, but take that bayonet from my ribs.
We have had much trouble in our camp. We are wary of strangers. What do you want?
This is the camp of Dr. Erickson?
Aiwa, it is.
Then take me to his tent at once, will you?
You are a friend of Moalem Erickson?
I've never met Dr. Erickson, but I have a letter to him from my friend Captain Lawrence. He said it was most important that I come here at once.
Then you are Tarzan.
Yes.
But Dr. Erickson! Dr. Erickson! Moalem! Tarzan is here. The man you wait for has arrived. Dr. Erickson and his daughter have waited long for your arrival. They will be most happy.
He has come, Ilse. He will make us famous after all these years.
Isn't it wonderful? Had we not met Captain Lawrence, perhaps we might never...
Dr. Erickson,
No, don't say a word.
That is right. Just stand there. Let us examine you.
Examine me?
Hush! Not a word.
Father, notice the head form, as perfect as any of the more advanced ethnic types.
And the body development, Ilse. The power and the ruggedness of the Neanderthal man with the refinement of a much later period.
And the total absence of Negroid features, despite his African habitat.
Molly, go into the equipment tent and get a pair of scissors.
Yes, Moalem. I hasten to do your bidding.
A lock of his hair should be examined minutely.
Dr.
You
Erickson...
see, Tarzan, an examination of the hair texture will be most important in classifying you.
Will one of you please tell me why I'm being examined like some rare animal?
Oh, I am sorry. Perhaps our enthusiasm has made us rude.
But after all, it is not every day in the week that scientists come across an important discovery.
That is right. Why, when Captain Lawrence first spoke of Tarzan of the apes, we couldn't believe our ears. Imagine the offspring of jungle apes, walking erect, learning to speak, adopting many of them.
Final proof of Darwin's theory.
Before you increase your hopes and my anger, I might tell you that I am not the offspring of apes.
What?
You see, my parents were marooned on the African coast many years ago, before I was born. They were killed when I was just an infant, and I was adopted by an ape tribe.
Adopted? Why, I was sure.
Yes, the apes raised me. They treated me like a baby of their own, taught me how to fight for survival. I lived as one of them. But I am not really one of them, except in spirit. I'm afraid you can't make me into a specimen for some museum.
I have never been so disappointed in my entire life.
Well, I shall leave now so that the cause of your disappointment is
No, Tarzan, don't leave.
Why not?
Because you may yet be more useful to us than a museum specimen.
Oh, in what way?
Our little camp here, meant only for scientific research that can cause harm to no one, has recently become the object of some unexplainable hostility.
With your great strength and jungle cunning, you could help us, perhaps.
Just what is the nature of these hostilities?
Well, when we left Cairo, we had a complement of almost 20 Egyptian diggers, men engaged to help us in our archaeological work.
Excavating to find remnants of early civilizations.
Yes?
But one after another, the men have disappeared. Frightened away by some power they refuse to divulge. Only Mauli, the Egyptian you spoke with when you first entered the camp, is left.
Aside from Arnold Brown, Father's assistant.
Have you any clue to the disappearance of these men?
There was one note written on ancient parchment and fastened to the outside flap of my tent by a golden pin in the shape of the traditional scarab.
The image of the sacred beetle of Egyptian antiquity.
The note, written in early Egyptian characters, warned us to leave this small oasis at once, or bring down the curse of the pharaohs.
Naturally, the note bore no signature, huh?
Only the symbol of two entwined snakes, their fangs extended menacingly.
You see, Tarzan, we do need help. Please forgive the way we insulted you a few moments ago. Please remain with us.
Will you, Tarzan?
As I have explained, I am not a simian, but I do have the curiosity of the monkey, the ape's enjoyment of combat, and the gorilla's love of violence. I shall remain to fight these mysterious enemies.
In just a moment, we shall return to our exciting story of Tarzan. In equatorial countries, there is little dawn nor dusk. The sun appears and disappears over the horizon quickly. Now night suddenly enveloped the small oasis where the expedition of Dr. Erickson had established headquarters. Outside the tent of the expedition's leader, Maoli, the faithful Egyptian servant, walked sentry duty. And inside the tent, Dr. Erickson, his daughter Ilsa, one of the doctor's young assistants, and Tarzan sat before a well-laden table.
I still can't get used to sitting cross-legged and eating from a table that's practically on the ground.
By the time you've made as many field trips to the Orient as I have, Ilsa, you will be used to many things.
And when you have lived in Egypt as long as I, you will find that the country's eating habits are more civilized than many of its customs.
You've lived here for a long time, Mr. Brown?
I've spent most of my life here. You see, Tarzan, my father was in the consular service, and I came to Egypt with him when I was only a child. Upon his death, I was adopted by an Egyptian family. I was educated in Cairo.
Well, then perhaps you have some explanation to offer concerning the threats and the disappearance of the native workers Dr. Erickson engaged in Cairo.
Well, strangely enough, although I've lived here most of my life, I didn't become interested in Egyptology until very recently.
He is very apt, though. A real addition to our group.
There's one thing I'm sure of, Tarzan. There's something located near this oasis that's important. Something that someone is anxious to keep hidden.
That must be the answer, for no one disturbed us until we reached here, and we were much more vulnerable while we were traveling.
Have you reported these strange occurrences to Captain Lawrence?
This is outside of his jurisdiction, Tarzan. Captain Lawrence has no authority here.
We have written to the gentleman through whom we obtained permission to explore, an extremely intelligent individual by the name of Ismail Farid. We expect some advice from him soon.
I think I will go outside now. I want to watch for any new threat.
Stay here and finish your meal, Tarzan. I've had quite enough to eat, and I'll take a turn around the camp before I retire. I'll let you know if I see anything out of the way.
All right. I'll visit with the Ericksons a little longer before I begin my vigil.
Yes, do that. I'll see you all in the morning. Good night, Tarzan. Dr. Erickson.
Good night.
Ilsa.
Good night.
Tell me about him, Doctor.
About Arnold Brown, the young man who just left?
Yes. How much do you know about him?
Nothing more than he told you. His father was an important diplomat. Arnold's lived here most of his life. He attended school in Cairo. He has recently become interested in Egyptology, the study of Egyptian antiquities.
I guess I was responsible for his employment. He's terribly attractive, isn't he?
Yes, and he wears such interesting jewelry.
Jewelry?
I have never noticed him wearing any jewelry. What are you referring to, Tarzan?
The ring he wears on his little finger.
I've never noticed it.
Nor I.
Well, perhaps he put it on only tonight, as a warning to me.
A ring? As a warning?
Yes. You see, it bears the symbol of the two entwined snakes.
What was that?
It sounded like Maoli.
The cry of death. I've heard it often.
Get out there, find out what it is.
It's too late to save Molly's life. The two snakes have resorted to murder.
Go into your tent, Ilsa. This is no sight for a woman.
The symbol of the snake carved into Marley's forehead.
But I got here only a second or two after his scream. A moment before the rest of you.
Dr. Erickson, how could anyone have had time to cut that symbol in Mauli's forehead?
Perhaps with an ancient implement of torture, once used by early Egyptian religious fanatics. It is somewhat similar to a branding iron, but with a razor-sharp cutting edge.
I think you showed me one in a museum at home. It was used on traitors, wasn't it?
On those whom the high priest believed guilty of betraying religious secrets to non-believers or foreigners. But I am unfamiliar with any cult that used this particular symbol.
Perhaps Mr. Brown can explain it.
Me?
That ring you wear on your little finger, it carries the same symbol as that engraved upon Mauli's forehead. Obviously placed there because of his loyalty to Dr. Erickson, the foreigner.
I had almost forgotten the ring. I found it this afternoon in the sand. I put it on my finger because, well, I guess that's a natural place to carry a ring. And
Yes?
I headed for Dr. Erickson's tent to show it to him. I thought it might be the first clue to some undiscovered ruins near here.
But you didn't tell me about the ring, Arnold.
When I entered your tent, Tarzan was there. You introduced us, but you didn't explain to me who Tarzan was. I didn't want to tell you about the ring in front of a stranger.
You knew about Tarzan's coming, Arnold?
We told about our conversation with Captain Lawrence concerning Tarzan of the Apes.
Exactly. Lawrence is an Englishman. He made up a ridiculous story about some aboriginal man he wanted you to meet. And then this Tarzan came here. Well, there's little aboriginal about him. It was a very easy thing for the Englishman to get one of his agents into our camp.
Do you hate the English?
I distrust them. Too many of Egypt's treasures are already in English museums.
Perhaps you came with Dr. Erickson to make sure no further treasures would be taken out of the country, huh?
That is the law here. No items of antiquity may now leave Egypt. I am not a policeman to enforce that law.
No, but you could be a member of some ancient cult determined to protect the property of the snake god, lest the government officials be lax.
That's a ridiculous accusation, Tarzan. Isn't it, Father?
Well, I don't know what to think, Ilse. We will give Maury a decent burial, and then we will all retire for the night, taking turns standing guard. Perhaps in the morning these strange occurrences may be examined with calmer eyes.
I'll take the first shift as a sentry.
And I shall retire until it is my turn. But I warn you, Arnold Brown, I always sleep with one eye open.
Maury was buried, and then the camp retired for the night. But despite the melodrama of early evening, the night hours passed without incident. Tarzan, pretending to sleep, peered out through a narrow slit in the flap of his tent. All was peaceful within the confines of the encampment. After 2 hours, Arnold Brown turned over the sentry duty to Tarzan. As night prepared to become morning, it became Arnold Brown's turn again. He wandered toward the edge of the oasis. He passed out of Tarzan's vision, obscured behind scrubby desert growth.
What's that? What has happened, Tarzan?
I don't know. Brown disappeared behind those bushes over there, and a moment later I heard that scream.
But nothing could have happened to Brown. I'm sure you were right when you suspected him.
No, I guess I was wrong. Look.
Arnold Brown. Dead.
What happened?
I am sorry, my dear. I wish you hadn't seen him.
The sign of the snakes again.
Why did he come over here? Why did he wander away from his sentry post?
Well, perhaps he heard something and came over to investigate.
I heard nothing, and my hearing is most acute. Whoever killed him must have been lying in wait here, and when his act was done, he must have disappeared as though into a hole in the ground.
Look, the ring is gone from his hand.
If only he'd told us where he'd found it. It must have come from a hidden tomb or ruins near here somewhere.
Then we're going to find it. They're not scaring us away.
You are right, Ilse. If there's something worth discovering here, we are going to remain until we uncover it.
I know little of your science, Doctor, but you can count on my help.
I beg your pardon. I think all three of you would be acting more wisely were you to return to your respective homes.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
Are you going to do the honors, Dr. Erickson?
Then
permit me to make my own introduction, Tarzan. I am Ismail Farid. I have come here from Cairo to supervise any archaeological work and to protect the treasures of antiquity from foreign hands.
In just a moment, the dramatic conclusion of The Curse of the Pharaohs. Objects of antiquity may be taken out of Egypt only with the consent of its government. Indeed, excavation may not even be attempted without governmental approval. Ismail Farid, although not an official of the National Museum, was highly connected, and he was treated as an honored guest. Even the tragic death of Arnold Brown was cast aside in order to take Ismail Farid to the most comfortable tent of the camp, to prepare food for him, to make sure he was comfortable and reasonably contented. And only then did Tarzan and Dr. Erickson head back to the scene of the latest violence, so they could prepare Arnold Brown's body for burial.
Well, I am glad we finally persuaded Issel to get some rest. You know, she was getting genuinely fond of Arnold.
Well, he was very much attracted to her. I could tell that much.
You know, Tarzan, I had come to the conclusion that Arnold was involved in these strange happenings. It's too bad it required his death to clear him.
Well, all we can do now is to give him a decent burial.
Yeah, that is all we can do. I hate to go into these bushes and have to gaze on the poor boy again.
Suppose you just start to dig his grave, Dr. Erickson. I'll take care of the rest. The jungle has hardened me to gruesome sights.
No, I'll come into the brush and help you. After all, Tarzan.
What? His body, it's gone.
Disappeared into thin air. But what possible reason could anyone have for removing it?
I don't know. Dr. Erickson, I do not have your knowledge or education, but many years among jungle people have taught me the ways of voodoo, native superstitions, and primitive ways. The early Egyptians shared many of the customs and beliefs of the jungle people.
What are you getting at?
Not too sure yet. But I want Ilsa and you to go along with a little plan I have.
What sort of a plan?
One that will permit us to investigate this mystery without Mr. Farid's supervision. Will Ilsa and you do as I suggest?
I am sure Ilsa will do anything that may help to solve the mystery, and I certainly will. After all, we have no desire to bring the curse of the pharaohs down upon our heads.
No, I cannot explain the strange disappearance of the body. But, of course, Egypt is a land of strange puzzles.
Well, I'm not going to wait for the solution of this one. I'm going to accept Tarzan's offer.
I did not hear of any offer on Tarzan's part.
I volunteered to take Dr. Erickson and Ilsa to Tripoli. They can board a ship there that will take them home.
But Cairo is so much closer. Why not?
Cairo is Egypt. And if I never see this country again, I'll be more than happy. Murders, disappearing bodies, all sorts of strange happenings. There was nothing in my college courses on archaeology that said anything about that.
You are most wise in leaving the land of the pharaohs, Ilsa. And you, Dr. Erickson?
My daughter's life is more important to me than the discovery of some new tomb or ruins. We shall leave as soon as we can pack our supplies.
Of course, without servants, this may take some little time.
Well, since you have decided to abandon any attempts at excavating this territory, there is no need for my presence. I shall leave now.
We bid you speed, Ismail Farid. You both gave excellent performances.
I don't know how I managed mine. Wild horses couldn't drag me away from here.
Farid's obvious relief at the news that we were leaving makes me sure that we're on the track of something important.
Well, we won't find it standing about talking. I have a feeling our friend will turn back long before he gets to Cairo. We better get started.
Tarzan, must we do our digging here, where Arnold was killed? Isn't some other spot just as likely?
Not if my theories are right. But perhaps you might try over by that big rock.
Oh, So why Father and I permitted ourselves to be ordered about us? It's more than I can... Father!
Yes, my dear?
Father! Tarzan! Come quickly!
What is it, my dear?
This.
Why, an ivory-handled dagger. Where did you find it?
Almost directly at the base of the rock. He must have been lying here for countless years.
Is it very old, Doctor?
Let me examine it. Yes. A product of one of the very early dynasties. Probably made about 3000 B.C.
Made almost 5,000 years ago, and it bears little sign of age. Yet it could have been held in someone's hand as recently as the time of Arnold's disappearance.
I don't think we can count on that. You see, Tarzan, it's because of Egypt's unusual climate that so many archaeological finds have been discovered here. Thousands of years have left many items completely unchanged.
Whole cities have been discovered, virtually intact, entirely beneath the sand.
What's the matter, my dear?
I suddenly felt weak. I guess the worry and the excitement.
Oh, you've eaten nothing since last night. Rest for a moment, Ilsa. Lie down.
No, I'll be all right. Just lean back against the rock.
What? The rock! It's swinging open!
You must have accidentally touched some spot that caused it...
Look. A long corridor leading straight back. A long hole. Pure gold. Look, Father.
Why, the characters on the sides of the walls. From the very earliest of the dynasties. Perhaps even from a pre-dynasty period.
Advance carefully.
Yeah.
It's more than possible that... Ilsa! Dr. Erickson!
Yes,
What is it?
The rock swung shut. We may be imprisoned here.
If it is open to let us in, it must open to let us out. We can find out about that later.
You cannot appreciate our feelings, Tarzan. This is the culmination of a lifetime's work. We will get out all right.
If we're lucky enough to find the one spot that yields to a touch, it won't be easy in the dark. Perhaps it may prove impossible.
You are right, of course. For the ancients' new engineering tricks we have not even begun to learn in our present civilization.
But even life is less important than the thrill of such a discovery. We look for a means of escape later. Now we must explore this tomb.
If you want to, Tarzan, you can remain here while Ilse and I search the splendors created by men long since dead.
The native diggers who deserted you were not frightened away by men who died thousands of years ago. Nor did any men of 3000 B.C. kill Muli and Arnold. I shall come with you.
Look at the colors on these wall paintings, Tarzan. Not a sign of deterioration after all these years.
And the magnificence of the vases and the jewelry we found.
Oh, it is amazing.
And we haven't even reached the central room of the tomb yet. It is obvious that the mummies we have discovered are merely those of the wives of the pharaoh who is buried here.
Not even in the tomb of Tutankhamun were such rich treasures buried. He must have been a most important pharaoh.
Wait. This must be the entrance to the central room. The symbol of the king god is over the door.
Look. The sign of the two entwined snakes.
Yes. And the ancient lettering that proclaims this to be the final resting place of Zarides, Snake King of the Egyptians.
There. The gem-encrusted coffin. In the center of the room. Hurry.
Oh, this discovery will make my name go down with those of Ryan, Mariette, and Petrie as one of the great Egyptian archaeologists.
Tarzan, help me raise the lid of the coffin.
Raise it easily. Ilse, your touch opened the tomb. You should have the first look.
Right. I stand on this stone step, and then I...
What is it? Arnold Brown. Wrapped like a mummy of antiquity. His clothing and ornaments, those of an ancient pharaoh.
Just someone who looks like him, you...
No, it is Arnold. Oh. Arnold. The sign of the snakes engraven on his forehead. And the wound is still fresh. Tarzan, what does it all mean?
Quiet. The chanting. Many people are coming.
Where can we hide?
There is no place to hide. Stand behind me. My knife may be of little protection, but they shall have to kill me before they...
Somebody's in our temple! Infidels are silence, loyal subjects of Zarides! So, you did not leave our land. You remained and found the entrance to the tomb of our god.
I warn you, Ismail Farid, my knife will plunge into the first person who attempts to attack us.
There will be no attack. You can do no further damage to us now. Ilse Eriksson ended the days of our cult.
I ended the days.
Long have we, the sons of Zarides, kept this tomb inviolate. We have met here, determined to resist the interference of strangers. But now that is all past. This is no longer our meeting place. And you, Dr. Eriksson, may claim as many of the treasures here as permitted by our government.
For that I am most thankful. But there is much I do not understand.
Zarides the First was once buried here. And so were his son and his son's son and others in a long and noble line. Other pharaohs succeeded the sons of Zarides to the throne of Egypt. But the Zarides have always been the king gods to some of us. Until the death of the last one, last night.
Arnold Brown? Was he the last of the Zarides?
Yes.
Why, I thought he was the son of a foreign diplomat.
He was. His grandfather revolted against the strict rules laid down for our gods. He left the country, but fate sent Arnold's father back as a member of a foreign consular service. It was necessary to kill him to secure Arnold.
It must have been your family that adopted Arnold.
Yes, but along with his royal blood, there flowed the blood of foreign lands. He, too, decided to cast off the responsibilities of a deity. He desired to marry you, Ilse, and leave our land. It was necessary to kill him, to put to rest here the last of the kings of Zarides.
May we leave here now, Ismail Farid?
Yes, go forth and permit us to hold the last of our religious rites. Then we shall turn ourselves over to the authorities. You, Doctor, may announce the finding of another symbol of a world that can never be again.
Yes, Ismail Farid. Many of the things we treasure fade with the passing years. But violence can never halt progress. And killings can never win a battle of the soul. It is a lesson I have learned in the jungle.